welcome.
Welcome everyone for our first. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Maria Mejia. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams. I've been in real estate for 23 years, and I'm joined this evening by a veteran. I call her veteran, but veteran. She's been also in real estate for a long time, and hoping we can help you after the seminar with your questions and obviously be an educated consumer. What we are asking is for all questions to be held after in the Q&A. And then we are also going to have a video after, so if you can stay, that would be great. Today we're going to be discussing several key points, okay? And they are, the first one is going to be the benefits of buying versus renting, okay? The second one is going to be why working with a real estate agent makes a difference. The third one is going to be the importance of obtaining a strong pre-approval with a lender. The fourth one is going to be the alternate housing in a market with short inventory. And the last one is going to be the process of buying step by step, okay? What are the benefits of buying versus renting? As you all well know, obviously in this crazy market, rents are through the roof, so obviously there is a key point to buying. In owning your home versus renting your home, first one, you will have a 30-year fixed payment versus as a tenant, your payments fluctuate and increase yearly. In owning your home, you will only have to move when you decide to you will only have to move when you decide to sell or rent your property. So obviously you do have stability. Versus as a tenant, where you live and how long you live there is not in your control, it's your landlord's control. Thirdly, as an owner, you can remodel and design your home at your own liking and your timing to improve your quality of life. As a tenant, your repairs and replacements are at the mercy of your landlord. As an owner, you do also have tax benefits. So, them being, as your tax deductible benefits, your mortgage interest is tax deductible, your real estate tax is deductible, your PMI is deductible, and your loan origination points are deductible. As a tenant, the only thing that really you can control would be really not much, and your monthly rent payment is not tax deductible, and obviously your rent payments can fluctuate and go up. And lastly, paying your mortgage is a forced savings account. As your mortgage principal decreases and property value increases, you create for yourself wealth in the form of equity. And lastly, as a tenant, as the landlord's mortgage decreases paid by you and the property value increases, you are creating wealth for your landlord.
So I want to ask, how many of you are renting right now? So I don't know, but I was reading an article where it said that now in Miami-Dade, it's actually the monthly payment are going to be lower if you're a homeowner than not if you're a renter. And actually the rental have gone up by 50% in the last couple of years. And a lot of landlords are increasing the rent or they're asking to leave because they want to sell and take advantage of the market. The tax deduction are very important. A lot of us, if we are now grown-up kids, we probably have to pay at the end of the year the IRS. When you're on a property, since you're paying this interest and the PMI and everything, at the end of the year, maybe you can take a little vacation. It's a little saving that you're gonna have in March after you pay your taxes. And of course, it's the repairs and replacement. You are the one deciding if you want a new kitchen, if you want a new refrigerator. On the other hand, if you have a landlord that is not that great and something breaks, like the microwave, it could be broken like for a week. So definitely owning versus renting is a great benefit and a better life.
Now we're going to go over the benefits of working with a great agent. Statistically, I didn't know this either, 88% of buyers purchase their homes through an agent in 2021, and something that a lot of buyers don't know is that the commission is paid by the seller. So obviously it is a no-brainer to work with a real estate agent. But what are the benefits? Well, number one, you get to sit down with your agent and find out what are your needs. They will listen to you and obviously, really adhere to what you're looking for. Number two, your agent will watch the market for you daily, so you don't have to be sitting on a computer trying to figure out which property is available and obviously listening to your needs. Your agent will also be available to you anytime. You can text them, call them, and hopefully a lot of agents will pick up their phones.
We do.
We do.
All the agents.
Fourth, your agent will make sure to package your offer correctly so that you will be the winning offer, especially in this market, you do need an agent to work with you. Fifth, your agent will walk with you through the process to protect your money and take you to closing. And lastly, your agent will offer objective information and opinions in order for you to make an educated decision.
So a lot of is this misconcept that if you find a property in Zillow or Realtor.com and you call directly the agent that has the listing, you may gonna get a better price. It's not really the case, especially in a market crazy as has been these last couple of years. What has been happening, and now is going down a bit, but what has been happening that we put this house on the market, we get multiple offer situation, all of the offer have to be presented by the seller, and the winning offer is usually the one that was accompanied by a good agent that packaged the offer correctly for you. Because when you're competing with cash buyer, with people that are bringing down a big down payment, we know what to do to make you look as good as they are. And that will give you. Is anybody in the room that has been actively looking for properties lately, or you're just starting? The good news is that the market is changing a little bit, so it won't be that crazy anymore. So that's a good news for the buyers. We are very excited about that. And so the agent is very important. It's not enough to us here in Keller Williams. All of our agents are trained to be consultant and not salesperson. The difference: a salesperson wants to make a sale. The consultant wants to help you achieve your goal, and then they get paid because they did that. So we have a lot of education and coaching and consultation involved in what we do. Okay, so financing. Financing is the key to a successful offer to be accepted. So a lot of people, they say, well, I went to the bank and they told me I'm qualified. But what did you give to them for them to find out what you're qualified for? And what kind of, did they give you a letter that states that you're qualified, right? Now, there are two type of qualification when you go to a lender. Tonight, we have two great lenders here behind. They will answer any question you guys have. They have great program. But basically, our lenders, they don't just pre-approve you. When somebody pre-approve you, they pull your credits, they look at a couple of documentation, and they tell you that more or less you're approved for $450,000. So what happened is that when you find the house, they have to rush to obtain all your documentation, to take you to the process, and sometimes they found also problem that they didn't see before, and when the problem starts, right? Our lenders, they pretty much approve you up front, and the benefits to you is that number one, you have more clarity. You're gonna know what your payments, monthly payments are, with the money that you have to bring at closing are, but mainly you're gonna be seen as a cash buyer to the eye of the seller. Meaning that in a multiple offer situation, when you're competing with people that are paying basically cash, if you give them a full approval, they will feel you will only have 4 conditions in that approval, which will be the title, the insurance, which we have our great insurance agent tonight. They will be able to talk to you. Appraisal and property. And this kind of loan, they can close in 15, 20 days. So it allows us to make your contract very strong. For example, usually in contract, we have to say how long it will take for the buyer to be fully approved. And usually the average is 30 days. With our lender, depending on the buyer, it could be maybe 15, 20 days. So your offer will be stronger than the other one. A buyer that hasn't given all the documentation up front, it may gonna take 45, 60 days to close. We can close within sometimes 15 days to 30 days. So those are all things that will help you when we submit your offer, and that will be accepted, hopefully.
Now we're going to discuss the home buying process. This is obviously a process that seems a lot right now, so obviously that's why when you work with an agent, they can help you go through the process. Step number 1, obviously select a real estate agent to work with. Step number 2, obtain financial pre-approval. Your agent will also be working with the mortgage broker and the title company simultaneously to get all of this done for you. Number 3, analyze your needs in a buyer consultation. So you will be meeting with your buyer's agent to go over your needs and wants for what you fits in your life to then be able to find you properties that fit, whatever your criteria is. Number 4, they're gonna select the properties for you, you're gonna review them and see if that's exactly what you need, okay? Number 5, you're gonna view the properties with the agent, then you're gonna write up an offer, or your agent will write up an offer for the purchase. They're gonna negotiate the terms for you, and then obviously you're gonna accept the contract.
So it is a long process and it's a little small steps that nobody knows about it. But if, look at, this is like, oh my God, what is this? Inspection, visual evaluation, obtaining financing, title insurance. Those are all the steps that we will walk you through it. And you don't have to think about all of that and just focus on go shopping for your new furniture.
I like that.
Furniture
Furniture for take possession of a home.
So, but that's the thing, you hire somebody that is gonna, look, a realtor, we don't sleep much, right?
Monday through Sunday.
Because we take all of our client problem and we solve them. And sometimes we don't even tell you there is a problem because nothing can be solved. But we basically will take on all of the problem solving and take you to possess your home.
I want to say thank you so much for coming here, for listening. I think what I get from this, and different angle here, is notice that they have a whole team. This is not you trying to find a house by yourself, trying to get lending by yourself, where to go. They have a whole team, and I say they because they're the ones that did all this. I did nothing. They have a whole team ready for you to answer any aspect of the home buying process that you need help with. As you can see, some of you saw that and said, wow, that's a lot of it. I didn't think it's that complicated. It really is. There's a lot of behind the scenes things that they do to make sure you're in the right house. Because let's be honest, okay? I'm gonna be honest now. Remember, oh my God, I want a house with a pool, with solar panels on top, hurricane glass windows and all that stuff, and my budget is $100,000, right? Right, some of you are laughing saying, oh, that's impossible, it's Miami. So sometimes they're gonna tell you some things that you're not maybe even ready to hear. And that's their job as a real estate agent and your team and your lender and your credit people and your insurance to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Because what does everybody want? To close, right? We're all on the same page. Let's just be honest. You guys want a house and they want to provide that. Linda said that's very important. They're not here. They're not selling a house just to sell you the house. They want to consult with you for the process. A consultation is what you have with an attorney, right? Because they need to know who you are and what you want to get you to the next step. So it's a long process in that sense. And they can make that process from here to here in that direct. And imagine showing up with a team. You know, when you show up by yourself, right? You go to a doctor's office and you're by yourself, you're like, oh my God, you start getting nervous, right? Mm-hmm. A doctor will never give you a prescription to something that they haven't diagnosed yet, right? And that's what they're here for that prescription. Know exactly what you need and how you need it, and the best way to get to that point. And that's what they're here. So you guys are in the best hands that I know, because you're here. And I want to say thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I think we got the video going on.
Buying a home can be challenging, but in a seller's market, the challenges increase. A seller's market means there are more people buying houses than houses for sale, often prompting sellers to bump up their listing price. You are also likely to face stiff competition from other house hunters like you. Here are some tips for navigating a seller's market. Before you start your home shopping, getting pre-approval from your lender will let you know just how much buying power you have. It also gives your bids more credibility, which helps in a competitive market. Set a firm limit on how much you are willing and able to spend. You might win the home in competitive bidding, but you'll also get years of strained budgets and financial stress too. Choose a sharp agent. In a seller's market, it's important to have the best players on your team. Find a real estate agent who not only has proven expertise in the neighborhoods you're interested in, but is also highly responsive and efficient. When the inventory of homes is limited, you probably can't afford to wait for the perfect house to hit the market. Don't be too choosy. For example, you can add a bathroom someday, but you can't change the home's location. Consider new construction. You may find that new homes have more features and better pricing in these market conditions. Keep a constant eye on new listings, check in regularly with your agent, and be quick to set up house visits. You'll need to be ready to make a fast go or no-go decision on houses you're interested in. Don't lowball your offer. In a seller's market, if you want to be in the game, your bid should be close to, if not higher than, what the seller's asking. Up the ante. It's common for bidders to make earnest money deposits of 1% of the offer price, along with your bid, which shows how serious your offer is. Subject to conditions, an earnest money deposit is refundable if the deal doesn't go through. Put away your list of demands. Attaching conditions to your bid will weaken it. You should be prepared to accommodate the seller's needs, such as being flexible on the move-in date. Finally, remember that a home decision has long-term impacts to your financial future, so don't get carried away with the pressure to buy, even in a seller's market. If your situation allows it, you might consider postponing your house purchase until the market cools down, but know that it's hard to predict when a market will shift. It could be years until conditions improve. We hope that you found this information helpful.
So real quick, we want to introduce you to the rest of the team. This is our team, and they're gonna say for a couple of minutes what they do, what they could do for you, and if you have any questions from them, they'll be happy to answer. Jose, you wanna start?
Oh, yeah. Okay, good afternoon. Can I raise your hands who's the buyers here today, the people that want to buy the houses? Okay, cool. Okay, my name is Jose Diaz and she's Kathy. We are the company, our company called SX Pros. So basically we guard you guys and prepare for buy your house. We're gonna take care of your credit. We're gonna advise you, recommend if any yes, definitely. So, Kathy.
Okay, so let me ask you guys, how many of you would like for your, whoever is a realtor here or a first buyer to buy a house with an 800 score? Which an A is an A score, right?
Lower interest rates, right?
Absolutely.
I just want to have it. I just want to have it. That's it.
That question now, so what does that mean?
Sign me up.
So to have an A score means that you're gonna get the best interest, right, when you're gonna buy. And that means that you're gonna end up paying less. So everybody wants to save money in their pocket. So that's why we're here. Our company's been in the market for more than 18 years now. It's a very solid company, and we obviously help our clients through the process of A to Z on how to build their credit, how to fix it, okay, and how to increase it. Because we have an amazing program called Credit My Rent, and I'm sure you have heard of it, but everybody here pays rent or pays their mortgage. So that could be used as another additional line to your credit score, and that increases from 30 to 100 points in a period of 90 days. Okay, so it could be even less, but that's the time frame. And if you have right now a potential buyer, this is the time for them to have that credit, be in the place where they want it to be for their house. So we have some brochures in the back where they explain the protection plan for our customers. What it includes is 12 services, okay, which includes also, you're from Allstate, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we have something called Privacy Armor, okay, and it's protected with Allstate.
Right.
And so you guys, every customer of ours is protected against identity theft, which is very important for us. Well, they're in the process, and also if they want to stay with the program, they can keep the services for as low as $49. That is even less than paying your phone. You guys have discount on traveling if you like to travel. It's not only about fixing the credit, it's a financial institution. That's where I want to get. So we help the clients get where they want with the credit, but also learn the process. We're at the education institution, so we like them to know how to manage their financials. That's why our company is well known for it. So, okay, you can go ahead.
So now,
Hi guys, we have an hour and a half presentation on insurance today, okay? So, chill, relax, drink some wine.
And you're gonna ask the questions.
So my name is Carlos Cisneros. I'm an insurance agent with Allstate Insurance Company. I've been selling insurance for 25 years. I've been an agency owner for 12. I have a team of 13 people in my office. We're located in Kendall, on 117th Avenue and Sunset Drive. We've been in that intersection for over 35 years. So one of the things that I'm going to try to stress, and really not talk too much about insurance, I'm going to give you a couple tips, but I want you guys to understand that right here, you guys have an army as a team working behind you for you. Not only do we have the Erice team and realtors and the Keller Williams brand, but you have the credit repair, insurance, you have Michelle and Ruben, Marilyn, Johnny, Sheila. We all work together. We're a team. We know each other. I insure many of them personally, so we know each other on a personal level, and we're all working for you. It doesn't cost you anything. So we have tons of years of experience, and like Linda said, our goal is to get you across the finish line. So take advantage of us. Use us. We're tremendous resources, and we can really help you guys out. Regarding insurance, there's one thing that I saw in the presentation which caught my attention. Linda was talking about new construction as an alternative to maybe the perfect home that you guys want. I think that's a great solution because for insurance, solution on the insurance side, insurance right now is going up tremendously. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news, but it's an issue right now. However, for new construction homes, you're gonna pay 50 to 60% less on insurance costs. And that's tremendous. So if you're able to do that and you can find a new construction home and it fits, maybe a couple years later you move and then you move to that perfect home. But at least you're invested as a homeowner, building equity, and then you can, jump to what you guys want. So new construction is great. Condos also are gonna be less costly on insurance. It's gonna help you out on that, and it's a good alternative. When you're dealing with insurance, I'm gonna just close with this. You wanna make sure that you're doing your inspections as soon as possible. Inspections for insurance are required. There's two that are the most required is a wind mitigation, which offers discount for you guys for like the roof, the shutters, and things like that. And the other one is if it's an older home, over 20 years old, all insurance companies want to know the health of the home. When I say health of the home, they want to know how does the roof look, how's the plumbing, how's the electric, how's your air conditioning. So what I'm trying to tell you is do this as soon as you can. Your realtor will guide you through this because I drill it to them. But I want you guys to be aware too. You want to make this happen as soon as possible so that we can work any issues that come up ahead of time and not be, playing defense, so to speak, okay? So we're here to help you. We're here to guide you. And hopefully we'll be talking soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Carmen.
Me? Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. My name is Ruben Garcia. I'm with Novus Home Mortgage. I've been in the mortgage business since 1993. I've been doing it for a little bit. Novus Home Mortgage is basically a division of a bank. So our bank is called Exonia Bank, and we act like a lender, but also have the backing of the bank as far as portfolio products, which are products that are created for the bank, exclusively for the bank, that we are privy to use for the lending side. So basically, we have a conglomerate of products. We have a lot of down payment assistance products that on this market we haven't really been using because of all the competition as far as offers and stuff. So basically, when you present an offer with down payment assistance, sellers are usually very reluctant to accepting that because of the demand. However, as of a couple of weeks ago, we are seeing a change in the market, a small change, but it's a change nonetheless, whereby we're starting to see more offers get accepted with less resistance. So that's a combination of things based on higher interest rates, less people qualifying, less demand, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that is good if you guys are starting to get in the market and you're starting to go out there and look. We obviously can provide many different products as far as down payment assistance, a Home for Heroes, which is coming up June 1st, which is a great product. You get either 5% down or up to $25,000 for down payment. And that's for police officers, firefighters, nurses, all that.
Corrections officers.
Yeah, it's a great product.
It's a lot.
But well, that's one of many that we have. We have a huge array. We have 100% financing up to almost $1 million. So we have a lot of tools. So Michelle,
Michelle Rojas, and I'm actually here most of the time. Also work with him. I'm married to him. But we work together. I just wanted to touch on one of the things that they discussed in
You're
the
left out. I
seminar.
need my wife over here.
Think so.
The credit, the approval, when Linda was talking about the credit, we actually do have the credit approval where we're giving you that arm, that strength when your agents are presenting those offers. And all we need is insurance, insurance, appraisal, I forgot the other ones. Title, I forgot, I'm sorry. All the other little things, but at least you will be pretty much as good as cash when it comes to those offers. And we do offer that. We just want to make sure that you look for, work with us or with, anybody in the team. That you just consider that, because that's going to give you that strength out there with all the competition. And I just wanted to mention that is something that our teams offer. And thank you.
no, I mean, the reality is that this market is again, I've been in this since '93. I've seen many changes in the market, but I haven't seen this. Okay, this I haven't seen. I've seen rise in interest rates. I've done loans at 12, 13%. I've seen all of it. Rates are still incredibly aggressive, even at 6%. But I haven't seen this lack of supply. And especially where we live in Florida, especially in Miami, everybody wants to be here. Everybody wants to be here. Business people, because of the huge tax savings, they don't have to pay state taxes. They just pay a federal tax. So that's a lot of things. And we found that tool that giving the buyer that loan commitment, which is what it is, has been very effective when presenting offers, because it's as good as cash. So you have a fully approved buyer, and you're saying, hey, look, I can close in 10 days. And that's literally what you can do with that approved buyer. And the process to get that approval versus a pre-qualification letter might take you an extra 2 days. So basically, I think it's worth doing that part of it. I would encourage you guys, if you're serious about it, to really get approved and not just get pre-qualified. I think it's just going to help you more, and it's going to give your realtor that much more leverage. Thank you. I hand that over to the beautiful Bellows.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Well, thank you, everybody, and I think it's great that you guys are here. That's the first step to this journey, and we hope we can make it as easy as possible. Okay, that's our goal, and you don't have to marry a lender. Okay.
We're also married.
See a trend here.
Yes. And it works. Okay, it works perfectly. I don't want to repeat the same thing because we have pretty much the same programs, okay? We have down payment assistance, we have, programs similar. But I can tell you that the difference between working with a big, or I would say a Chase, something like that, between working with a lender like us, is that we're here. We're here 7 p.m. and we'll be here until 9 p.m. or whatever. We can work Saturdays, Sundays. We're here for you, okay? That's a big difference. Also, banks, they have many products. We only do mortgages, so we have more programs that they have and more ways to do it. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons that top offices, come like Keller Williams, and I would say the best office of Keller Williams, will choose a lender. Of course, we have to fight to be here and prove that we're good. It's because this is an excellent office, and so that's one of the reasons that we're here.
I'm Marilyn Bello. I'm his wife. And also a lender, a senior loan officer. I will say in this market, everybody asks, is now the time to buy? And I always say, the time to buy is when you're ready. If you have the income, if you have
the savings,
the savings, if you are ready, the time to buy is now. Don't wait, because things happen, life change, and then probably you say, okay, I want like the perfect storm, and that never happened. You need to buy when you're ready, and in this country we have to pay for our roof always, even if you're 99 years old. You have to pay property taxes or rent. Always you have to pay. You decide, you pay your house or you pay somebody else's mortgage.
Yeah. One thing that I want to mention about the hometown program, that just got announced a couple of days. It's $100 million, and it's gonna be for the whole state of Florida. So we have to run to use those funds because that's gonna go quick, okay?
Also
We can
teachers.
use it today, but in June, it will be available for us to use for you guys.
Who's included the?
It's a lot.
Well, it's a long
It's a
list,
long list.
It's a
and that's great.
Teachers, police officers, yes.
It's a long list. If you look it up, signed in. You'll
Yes.
be able to look up the whole list.
Yes.
So what's the benefit of that program?
They can give you up to $25,000 for closing costs, down payment, all that. Yes, and the limit, because usually when you,
Insurance
when you.
agents there?
We can probably write it down.
I was gonna say,
The $25,000.
oh, the $25,000, okay.
Most of the programs
Most of the
that give you
DPA,
money.
the DPA programs, the down payment assistance, they have income limit. Most of them have that. This one, and it's very low. This one is like 140,000 or something like that, so it's pretty high, okay? And also, they have limit in what you can buy. Miami-Dade has one that is $221,000. This one is full loan amount, like FHA will be 460, and conventional 647,000. So it's a big amount. You can have good income, so you can buy a good property, use that program. Okay? Well, thank
Well,
you,
we're here.
Sheila.
I'm Sheila Acosta. I'm an attorney. I work for New World Title. We are here in this office, we have one of 16 offices for New World in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County. We're also in Orlando, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania was our last office. So what we do as title is once you're under contract with one of our team, we review that property, review the title, so check who is the actual owner, what liens or mortgages they have against the property, and we work to clear those conditions. So make sure that when you receive the title to that property, it is completely free and clear, and it is your property, and only the mortgage that you're taking out is what's against that property. Make sure that the person who's signing on behalf of the seller is the actual person who's supposed to be signing. We also do searches to check if there's any open permits, if there's any code violations. It happens a lot. Person who lives there has a dog. They don't register that dog, and there'll be, every year a $65 fine against the property because the dog is unregistered, or they let their alarm go off too many times. A false alarm after the third time, it's a $165 charge by the county. Every time it goes up further. So those are all things that we as a title company search to make sure that we get the seller to pay at closing, to make sure that you as the buyer receive a property that has no issues and no conditions title side. We offer, and our services is offering title insurance. So it's an insurance that you pay at closing based on the purchase price of your property, that you pay one time, and it covers you the entire time you own the property. Meaning, if someone actually comes up later and says, hey, I have an interest in this property that was never cleared, because when we got a report from our underwriter, they missed it, or it's not really an interest, they just, you know how it is here, anyone can sue for anything. That title insurance covers you against that. The title insurance company hires an attorney and protects your interest in that property.
Can I just say something real quick? This actually happened to my mother. Not the person she bought from, but the person before. They put a claim, and the title insurance came through and paid.
We actually have an
happens.
agent. Yeah, we have an agent here. One of our sales, someone 4 owners prior, was the wife of someone who signed and sold the property, and she came up and said, "Hey, I had an interest that didn't get cleared. I never signed that." So the title insurance company, the insurer, hired an attorney for the owners. They are currently in court fighting for this interest that, at the end of the day, if she gets paid or not, the judge will decide, but that's what the insurance is for. And if the judge says you have to pay her this amount, that insurance covers you. So that is our main process and service as title. Just to piggyback off what Carlos says, this is a great team. to have the Keller Williams team and to have all these vendors together, I can tell you, working with them, it makes our lives and your lives easier. Because just things like, oh, Michelle's 3 doors down, or the Bayos are next door, and hey, we have this deal. What's going on with this? How can I help? Is there something I can send you? Like, is there something you need? We have that repertoire and that relationship with each other that we can help you no matter what the condition is, and we can brainstorm to find the best answer for you. I can tell you, working with other lenders right now, I literally have my phone sitting there waiting because I have a client that's supposed to close tomorrow that the lender, I'm still waiting for their documents. But the lender's in California, so I'll probably be waiting until 9 o'clock. So it's an amazing team, and take advantage of your realtor, take advantage of the team they've put together for you, because they'll help you get to the closing table in the best way possible.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say something because Sheila, not only she's a title agent, but she's an attorney. She's a very important word. All of the title company have attorneys, so she's acting as a title agent. But if a problem arises, she's here to resolve. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.